Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is 6th December 2023. Before we generate demand and supply zones, let us evaluate the performance of the high liquidity zones generated in our yesterday's report. So even before that, one announcement: if any of you are attending this video first time, we are providing a free training on supply demand zone price action theory. So you can access the course from our YouTube channel homepage. You can click on the homepage and scroll down to the playlist supply demand zone price action course. And click on the playlist. You can access all these training videos starting from lesson 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 2, 3, 4 until the most recent lesson. And all the upcoming lessons also will be available under this playlist. I am also providing the link to this playlist in this YouTube video description. You can also access this playlist link. So now let us get into our analysis discussion. And let's get into the daily time frame. So Nifty is still flying. So we need to keep observing because we have only one immediately available demand zone. This is the one. And this is a high liquidity demand zone, moreover, on the daily time frame. So there is nothing much to discuss other than this, but one point you have to observe: this zone is having a EMA, daily EMA 20 confluence. Now let's get into the high liquidity zones identified in our yesterday's report. The first one is ICICI Prudential. This is a 75-minute supply zone, and this is a daily zone, and the prices haven't entered into this daily zone today, so we didn't get any trade. Even 75 minutes supply zone also we did not get the trade today. And the next one is Tata Communication. Very interesting stock. Lot of learning you will be seeing from this analysis. This is also a 75 minutes. Sorry. This is a daily zone. We have both high liquidity, daily supply zone, and also high liquidity daily demand zone. The prices are moving between these high liquidity demand and supply zones. But this stock is identified yesterday in high liquidity 75 minutes demand zone. So that means inside daily high liquidity zone, there is a high liquidity demand zone is also there. So that means it is even much power. That is the point you have to observe. We have two high liquidity zones. One is the daily time frame. Inside we have another high liquidity zone, that is 75 minutes. And yesterday our scanner identified this stock is near to the 75 minutes zone. So what we did, again I fine-tuned, but here inside this 75 minutes high liquidity zone, I identified one more 75 minutes high liquidity zone. What is this concept? Two 75 minute zones are overlapped with each other. We already learned this concept in our training lesson. This is a LOTL, level on the top of the level. So we have LOTL zones. So that means we should also consider this is also a high liquidity zone because it is on the top of the LOTL zone, and moreover it is a fresh zone. This LOTL zone is created fresh. Now today prices entered into this. Because the risk is high, what we have to do, we have to fine tune to the lower time frame, the 75 minutes. So in the 15 minutes, we have a very big zone, something like this. demand zone. Because this risk is high, what you have to do, you have to fine tune inside this. We have to fine tune inside this. For fine tuning, generally what we do, we go to 5 minutes time frame. Now look into this area. Sorry, this is today's chart. You have to look here. So here, you didn't have a proper structure here. The structure is not very clear in the 5 minutes. The reason is we have swings. See here, the price movement, we have price went up and again came down, again pushed up. If all these candles are moving narrowly within a small area, then we can say this is not a good structure and this zone will be easily broken. But we don't have that scope. We have up and downs. That's why observing the price action is important. So we have a lot of rejections are there from here. So definitely there is a good zone. But how to identify? The 5 minutes is not clear. That's why you should look into some kind of finer observations. How to do that? Very simple. Go to further lower, you get better clarity. You will be able to identify the origin from where this entire demand is started. There you will be having a lot of pending orders. Finding that origin is possible when you further go down to lower time frames. Of course, you need some experience is required. So for that, what I did, I went to 1 minute. First I went to 3 minutes. 3 minutes also, I didn't have much clarity here because what I can do is I can identify some movies started from here. So the actual one is a 1 minute area. Now you see, you will observe. Here we identified, this is inside the 15 minutes. So let me delete 15 minutes to bring better clarity. So here we have identified a drop, 2 base candles, and then a rally candle, and then a follow-up candle with again a huge rejection. This rejection is giving the clue. What is the clue? The order flow here is very strong. And after that, see the entire move. This entire move is started from this origin. We can also find one more origin just before this. This is also we can draw. But here, after this origin, see the movement. The movement is very small. After that, prices came here. From here, again, a new demand is created. Which one is the responsible for this entire move? That's why you need to consider this is the real origin. And this origin is a small move which is already tested. So that's why I am not relying on this. But I am relying on this. The reason is this is not only the origin, but also has given a very good move, big move. And after this move, first time prices are entering into this zone. That is what you have to observe. That's why we can give importance to this zone. And moreover, the risk is very small. We have a very small risk. And what about RR? We have 1:4 RR is there. That is excellent. But we have only one problem is here. The problem is ROI. ROI is very small. Return on the investment. But we have to accept whatever is, something is better than nothing, right? So even the ROI is small, but this is a very good trade. And moreover, this entire day, we didn't get any trades from our yesterday's list. Yesterday's high liquidity zones list, we didn't get any trade. That we will discuss in the next talks. And this is the only one opportunity we have on today. So what is the target we generally keep on 15 minutes? See, this is our entry. This is on 1 minute time frame. We fine-tuned, and this fine-tuned 1 minute is the actual origin for this entire move. See the move here. There is a very big move. Why we got such a big move? Because this is a very strong demand. A strong order flow is there. Because there is a strong order flow, we have seen this entire move, big move. And this big move is responsible. That's why we are taking an entry here. But when you look into the reward is small. Even though we have a very good RR is we have 1:4. But RR is also not enough. How much reward we are going to get, that is also important. Okay, what is the reward we got? We got 4,500 rupees until this 15 minutes target area. 4,500 rupees, which is, and ROI is 2.72%. What is our average ROI? Mostly, excuse me, mostly it is 6.1% during the intraday. But today we got a less ROI, that is 2.72%. But we have to accept. Why we are looking for this trade? The reason is we haven't got any trades from our high liquidity zones during this today's intraday. And this is the first stock we are getting. That too, at what time we got this? We got it at 1 o'clock, 15 minutes candle. If you go to 5 minutes, you get better clarity. And we got it at 1 o'clock, 20 minutes. At 1:20, we got this entry. And when it reached the target, at 2 o'clock, 40 minutes, it reached the target. That means almost less than an hour, it reached the target. That is okay. But compared to the average return, that is average ROI, 6.1%, this is small. But we have to accept. The reason is that we have taken this trade during the middle of the trading hours. Maybe after 2:30, it reached the target around 2:40. After that, in next again 40 minutes or 15 minutes, the trade is going to be closed. After 15 minutes, the trading session is going to be closed. Because in Indian stock market, the market will be closed at 3:30 p.m. So that is the reason why we have to accept this minimal target. Itself is a good target during the intraday, especially during the mid-afternoon session. So Tata Communication has given 4,500 rupees profit, which is 2.72% return on the investment on one futures lot. Always remember, we are calculating ROI based on one futures lot. I say this is a good trade in terms of the risk management point of view. And if you look into the pure intraday trade, 2.7 is beyond the expected, because most of the people will look for, during the intraday, they look for around 2% ROIs in DIT trades. DIT trades are, sorry, not DIT, HIT trades. HIT trades are hourly income trades, that is pure intraday trades. Okay, this is about Tata Communication. The important point you are learning how we are fine-tuning at the 1 minutes level. This 1 minutes level, how we need to observe. This discussion is not over. Still, we will be focusing on one more stock also. Because I want to make you understand how these 1 minutes also will help us for taking some of the decisions. And the next stock also we will look into 1 minutes, but before that, let me change the time to 15 minutes and let us go to 75 minutes, because the next one is INFI. INFI is a 75 minutes supply zone generated in our yesterday's report. See, we have a leg-in candle, ERC candle, and then we have a base, and then we have a drop. See the structure. It is looking like amazing structure, right? We have like a rally, base, drop. Excellent structure. See how beautifully it is looking like. But inside every beauty may not be beautiful always. Sometimes you may see inside the beauty, you may see ugly also. This is one such kind of example. maybe I'm just using the quote, ugly is not the right word. The right word is the structure is not good inside the 75 minutes. That is what I explained earlier. The top-down analysis always helps you. What is top-down analysis? Mostly top-down analysis starts from monthly time frame. But here because we are referring high liquidity zones, from high liquidity zone time frame, we are going till the 5 minutes time frame. Even you can go to the 1 minute also. That is what I'll show you in this example. Okay. So what we do, we will fine tune the zone to 15 minutes to take our entry. I'm going to the 15 minutes time frame. Again in 15 minutes, we have fine tuned this 75 minutes. Excuse me. We have fine tuned to 15 minutes. See here, we have a beautiful structure. We have a rally candle, base candle, and the drop candle. What kind of leg out it is? It is a high explosive leg out. So everything is looking favorable to us by seeing this 15 minute zone. It looks like this trade is going to be an amazing trade by looking to, because this is a high liquidity zone. Inside this high liquidity zone, you have identified a fresh 15 minute zone. This fresh 15 minute zone is, the structure is an excellent structure. That is the way we get cheated most of the times by the institutions. Because everything looks beautiful. Because everything is beautiful, we may say, wow, it is an excellent trade. Definitely we should not miss. We will take an entry and it is stopped out immediately. Isn't it? But what we do, we always further get into one more level below. 5 minutes level. Get into the 5 minutes. Sorry, let me change the time frame to 5 minutes. See the structure? We have a leg candle and then followed by another leg candle. The first leg candle could be a leg in, next leg candle could be a leg out, excellent leg out, no doubt in that. But where is the base? Where is the base candle? There is no base candle. Then there is no base candle. How can you create a demand zone? This move, this move, is it due to the institutions or is it due to the heavy participation by the retail investors? That is also possible. So can you confirm there is a clear institutional activity in this area? No. But there is one exception is there in please listen this point, it is useful to you in later also. Look into this base leg candle. This is a medium size leg candle. Sometimes medium size leg candle also can be added into the base, provide previously the base candles are available in that structure. If previously base candles are there, even a medium size leg candle also you can include as part of the base. Previously leg candles are there. Previously base candles are there. Of course, before all these base candles, somewhere before, there will be one leg-in candle will be there. So what I am saying, we have a leg-in candle, we have a base candles, and then we got one medium size leg candle. And the medium size leg candle you can include as part of the base, because already previously in that base, the actual leg candles, actual base candles are there. Okay, is there any leg candle before this? Yes, we have a leg candle. That way you can consider this is also part of the base. Even before we have a leg candle, even before we have a leg candle, one more leg candle, one more leg candle, one more leg candle, one more leg candle, we have a leg in. Now count the number of the candles. We have a leg in, base candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then can you consider such kind of zone? We clearly learned having more than 6 candles in the base is not acceptable trade. So there are two ways you can reject. One way is we have a leg candle, a medium size leg candle, and there is no base candle, but we have a leg out candle. That way we can reject. Next, number two, if you want to consider this is a medium size leg candle, if you consider this is also part of the base, because earlier we have few base candles are available. If that way also if you take a decision, we are getting total 8 base candles. So we are rejecting. Okay, you may see, let me check, suppose if there is any, because we have an amazing leg out is there. I don't want to miss this trade. Let me fine tune further by going to the 1 minute time frame. You may think like this. Okay, go to the 1 minute. And look into the structure. What kind of structure you have here? We have base candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Maybe if you want to consider this ERC time being, let us assume. So you got 15 base candles. See how the price moved. See, the price movement itself is not very good at all. But previously observed 1 minute candle for Tata Communication. Compare with Tata Communication. In 1 minute time frame, Tata Communication. See here, we have excellent structure. We have a leg out candle, we have 2 base candles, we have a rally candle, again followed by another rally candle. See how beautiful the structure is. That's why we got an excellent entry today. See, price has entered into this and after that it reached the target. But is that the case for Infosys? Where is the zone? Yeah. Do you have any such kind of structure here? No, not at all. See how ugly all these candles. Maybe I should not use the word ugly. Maybe the structure is not good. The reason why I'm using the word ugly, just to make you understand the impact. That's why clearly I told you earlier, it is not difficult to identify when certain demand zones are going to fail before we take the trade itself or before we accept the trade itself. Easily we can tell these zones are going to be failed. But in our actual entry time frame, the structures looks amazing. See how wonderful the structure is going to be in the 15 minutes time frame. This is an amazing structure in 15 minutes time frame. We have a beautiful leg candle, rally candle, excellent base candle, and amazing leg out candle. Anybody who look into this zone, they always say, wow, this is amazing. Moreover, this is there inside a high liquidity zone, 75 minutes. And that is also a fresh zone. Definitely, Infosys is going to give good profit to us. That is the way we calculate. But what happened? All of a sudden, boom, the entire zone is broken during the first hour of the trading session. So morning around 9:15 it started. During the first hour itself, this entire structure is broken. Hope you understand. because this is the fifth session or sixth session we are discussing about when a zone is going to be violated. Now even more finer points I explained in today's session, even further look by looking into 1 minute time frame also. 5 minutes is not supported. If 5 minutes doesn't support, mostly 1 minute also does not support. Mostly. When it suppose there are swings, if you observe some swings in the 5 minutes, that is what we observed for Tata Communication. If you observe some swings, then yes, we can identify excellent 1 minute zones. But are there any swings in the 5 minutes? No. See the kind of move here. This is a sluggish move. We have a leg out candle. After that, see the sluggish move, how it moved. This is called sluggish move. So this is the way we can identify Infosys is as a invalid trade, and we avoided the trade. Those who did not listen the earlier concepts when a zone is going to fail, definitely I'm sure they would have taken a trade here. And finally your stop loss might have been hit. But we don't take a trade because clearly we have an idea when a zone is going to fail in most of the scenarios. I'm not saying in all the scenarios. In majority of the scenarios, we are in a position to tell when a zone is going to fail. I clearly explained all the scenarios in the earlier lessons. And same thing is happened for one more stock, that is Tata Chemicals. That is also a 75-minute zone. First let us go to 75 minutes time frame. See Tata Chemicals. We have a drop candle, 1, 2, 3. Again we have a drop candle. And here we identified we have a rejection. So we identified one 15-minute zone, which is a good zone. That's why the 15-minute zone is already given a good return, already tested once, the fine-tuned. Generally, many times I told you, when you see rejections soon after the zone creation, probably one of the lower time frames might have been tested. So look into the 15 minutes time frame, you get clarity. So let me show you the 15 minutes time frame. So what I did, I have fine-tuned this 75 minutes area to 15 minutes. In this 15 minutes, if you zoom, we get clarity. We have a drop candle, and then we have few base candles, and again we have a leg out candle. Because the structure is not very clear, what we did, fine-tuned this area, this 15 minutes, this candle, because this is the actual leg candle. Here I identified a 5 minutes, there I identified an excellent structure, 5-minute zone. See here we have a drop candle, and then we have two base candles, and again we have ERC candle as a leg out. That is a drop candle. So this is a 5-minute zone. And after that, see the prices entered into this 5 minutes area and further came down. And if you look into 1 minutes area, you get even better clarity. Why I'm saying better clarity? To find the actual origin. See here, we have this actual origin here. You can draw a zone like this. Supply zone. From here, the actual movie started, entire fall. See, from here, prices were moving up. And then again, previously we have swings, small swings. But see the price now, it's a very big move now. See how big move it is. After that, with the gap, prices went up on this candle. But see how this 1 minute zone holded the prices. Here we have you can further fine tune this. You can draw something like this, 1 minute. This is a type 2 entry, proximal entry at 1 minute's time frame. See here how it holded the price. After that, see the push down. But here most of the orders are consumed in this area. Most of these orders are consumed. Because most of these orders are consumed, next time easily this will be broken. Okay, fine. Now look into the structure of this entire zone, how it looks like other than this. Are you seeing any good structure here? We have a good leg candle, but to consider this is a leg out is not possible. The reason is the zone is like this, and leg out is also inside this. So that way, even if you consider that also, see it is already tested, this zone. That is another option. That means what I am trying to say, you don't have good leg outs. You have leg-ins are there, but leg outs are not acceptable leg outs. At least it should be like this on the 5 minutes time frame. We have medium-sized leg-in candles. All these are all medium-sized leg candles. But we want a large-sized leg candle for leg out. All these are all medium-sized candles, medium-sized candles, medium-sized candles. At least little above the medium size also at least can be accessible. Maybe this is looking a little above the medium size. If you consider this as a zone, this is also already tested. See, already prices went deep inside. Even this also will be broken easily. So where is the structure, proper structure here? Even if you go to 1 minute also, you will see the same. Let me show you on the 1 minute also. Except the zone what we have drawn here, except this 1 minute zone what we have drawn, which already tested, and after that it gave a very good return. Because it is already tested, that too tested more deep inside, we can't rely on this. The earlier zones also we can't rely because they are already tested. So if you draw a 1 minute, this is already tested here. Suppose if you draw something like this. It is already tested deep inside. Where we have good 1 minute zones also available here. See the candles, we have a leg candle. What kind of leg candle? Rally candle. After that again we have a drop. So where is the base candle in between? No base candles. And moreover, what kind of leg candle it is? Not medium size, large size leg candle. When there is a large size leg candle, you can't consider part of the base when you have earlier some base candles. So none of these structures are not good. Even if some structures are valid, they are already tested. You may feel this is a valid structure, but this is already tested, and moreover it is already violated also, this one. So you can't consider. Suppose if you want to consider this as a rally, because small candle and a leg out, still this is also tested. That means we didn't find any fresh zones also even at 1 minute level. Moreover, every time drawing at the 1 minute is not good. If you find a good 5 minute zone, at least if 5 minute zone is there but not structure is not clear, then you can go on the inside, you can draw 1 minute zone. Like what we did for Tata Communication. We have a 5 minute zone, we have 15 minute zone, but their structures are not very clear. But inside we found a beautiful 1 minute zone. That way we got the trade. But here you didn't have any proper 5 minute zones also to draw any of these zones. Directly going without, you see, always you have to fine tune as per top down analysis. What is top down analysis is saying? You have to go to starting from your entry level. Say here daily or 75 minutes, our high liquidity zones are the entry levels. Entry levels means the zone that we should consider as a reference, our HTF zone. HLQ zone should be considered as a HTF zones, higher time frame zones. So there you go. From there you start our top-down analysis. From 75 minutes we went to 15 minutes. Inside 15 minutes we are looking for 5 minutes. Inside 5 minutes you can look for 3 minutes or 1 minute. That is allowed. But just bypassing this 5 minutes, 15 minutes, directly going to 1 minute level, and if you fine tune, mostly those trades will fail. Mostly they will fail. So what I am saying, we didn't find a proper 5 minute zones here. Can you see any good 5 minute structure here? No. Without 5 minute structure, how can you draw this zone, 1 minute zone? Okay, anyway it is tested. Even if it is not tested, easily it will fail. That is what I am trying to say. If structure is not clear, probably you can go. Moreover, this is 75 minutes. Inside 75, first you should find a 15-minute zone. That is the rule. That is the rule for our high liquidity trading. As per high liquidity zone trading, whichever the time frame you are referring, you have to go one time frame below and you have to find. First of all, we didn't find the proper 15 minutes also. All these are all base candles. If you are considering 15 minutes, this is your leg-in candle. After that, you have base candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But this you can consider only as a leg candle. What kind of leg? Medium size leg candle. But you cannot consider this as a leg out candle. If that is the case, when you have so many base candles, do you think this zone is going to work? It doesn't work. It will fail. And moreover, this zone is already given one test earlier, a successful test. And above that, you didn't find any proper zones, 15-minute zones to fine tune. That's why easily it will be violated. See how easily the zone is violated today. That's it. With a huge gap, entire high liquidity zone is gone. The reason is we didn't find any fresh zones. That is reason number one. What fresh zones? 15 minutes fresh zone inside 75 minutes. And reason number two, the rest of the structure in this particular zone, all the 15 minutes candles are looking like base candles. Even 5 minutes level also they are looking base candles. Even 1 minute also the structures are not at all proper. And moreover, we have to identify these 1 minute zones or 5 minute zones inside 15 minute zones. If 15 minutes itself is not having clear, then we cannot take trades in this zone. This is a high risky. But Tata Communication, we didn't do like that. Tata Communication, what we did? See again, if you have any confusion, let me clarify. Tata Communication, first we went to daily time frame. Inside daily time frame, we identified 75. Moreover, this 75 is also high liquidity zone. This is a drop, base candle, and again a, see, this is not a drop candle. hidden body we are applying here. Previously also I told you, most of the times these hidden body, hidden zones concepts work very well because institutions are creating such kind of zones because they want to protect their order flow. If you are easily identifying, you will also place your orders. That way some of their orders may not be executed because you are placing your orders before institutions' orders. That way they create. By looking into this, you won't get the impression this is a zone. But our NeoStock software identified this zone. We have a drop, we have a base candle, and this one it is identified as a rally candle. This is looking like a drop candle, but identified as a rally candle because it added the hidden body. The moment it is added the hidden body, it looks like a rally candle. And moreover, inside this high liquidity zone, we identified again a fresh 75 minutes based on LOTL concept. So remove this for time being. Let me remove this. So this fresh, inside this we identified this 1 minute zone. How we identified this 1 minute zone? Let me add so that to get clarity about 15 minutes and 5 minutes. So we identified a 15-minute zone here. How we identified a 15-minute zone? We have a drop candle. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base candles. Something like this. Because the risk in the 15 minutes is high, again what we did inside this 15, we fine-tuned to 5 minutes. How we fine-tuned? Something like this. Inside this 15 minutes, this is a ERC candle, drop candle, and then inside that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 base candles, we have a leg out candle. That way we fine-tuned. This is a ERC candle at 5 minutes level. 15 minutes level, this is a base candle here. Because the structure is also not clear. The structure is also, we identify a zone, but the zone is not very clear, not convincing for many people. That's why what we did, inside this again we fine-tuned. What we did, we went to 1 minute. In the 1 minute time frame, we have identified this zone. Sorry, this is 3 minutes. That's why I'm saying something wrong in the structure. Yeah. So this is what we identified. So this is what we have drawn already. We have a drop, base candles, and then we have a, if you expand, you get clarity. If you zoom in, you have 2 base candles, we have a rally candle, we have another rally candle, follow-up candle. Excellent structure. That way we got the entry for Tata Communication. But is that the case with Tata Chemicals? No, that is not the case. Why I am comparing Tata Chemicals with Tata Communications? Even Infi also, why we compared with Tata Communication? To make you understand the structures, what kind of structure is good for trading, what kind of structure is not good for trading. If you follow in this approach only, you will get directly you go to bypassing 15 minutes and 5 minutes, and directly if you go to 1 minute time frame, or bypassing 75 minutes and 15 minutes, directly you go to 5 minutes time frame. Most of the times your trades will fail. Never do that mistake. High liquidity zone strategy I clearly explained many times earlier. From your high liquidity zone, you have to go one time frame below. You have to fine tune. That time frame again you have to go one more time frame below, and further you can fine tune until it reach your risk management level. Why we are fine tuning? For the risk management point of view. But bypassing the 15-minute zone and directly if you go to 5 minutes, mostly those zones will fail. That is what you have to understand. So why I shown you again Tata Communication? Because we didn't bypass the rule in Tata Communication. That's why it is a successful trade. But if you bypass the 15-minute zone and directly if you jump to 1-minute zone or 5-minute zone, mostly your trade will fail. That is what I am trying to tell you. And moreover, we didn't find any proper 5 minutes or 15 minutes zones inside this 75 minutes. Other than this is the only one got successful trade earlier. That's why today this Tata Chemicals is easily violated. And this is going to be violated, we identified before the trading itself. Because we know the concept when a zone will fail, as I explained in the earlier videos and again explaining even today's video also. Those who are listening first time, this is a learning for you. Even if you listen today's lesson, go to the previous videos. In one of the videos, I have given the heading, when a zone will fail. Go through the videos. I think in 2 videos I have explained with the same, by giving the same heading, when a zone fail. Go through those videos. One of the videos are available under the playlist NeoStock terminology playlist. The first video, when I explained about when a zone fail, that I kept under that playlist for the reference purpose. So this is about our yesterday's stocks, and rest are all yesterday's day before yesterday's reports. This one Bandhan Bank failed yesterday, right? But today we have a successful trade. So it entered into a 5-minute zone and see how much profit it has given. But I am not analyzing this stock because it is, one reason is it is not from our yesterday's list, and another reason is this 15 minutes is not there inside a 15 minutes. Sorry, this is a 5-minute zone. This 5 minutes is not there inside a 15-minute zone. 15 minutes is there just above this. Just above this, let me show you. This one, we have a drop, base and a drop, followed by a drop candle. And here I have fine-tuned to 5 minutes level, and which is a high liquidity zone. This 15 minutes is a high liquidity zone. You may ask me, it is a fresh 5-minute zone. You may ask me how I identified. I identified as per our software. A software, one feature called demand and supply zone chain. One feature there, by using that I identified this is the high liquidity zone. But why I identified this 15 minutes is there is one more supply demand zone price action theory is available. That, you know what that price action theory will tell? It identifies zone not based on our leg in leg out manner. Between 2 leg out candles, based on the wicks they identify. See here, we have low of this wick and then high of this wick. This is the way they draw the zone. The low of this leg out candle and the high of this leg out candle, they draw the zone. This is the way they draw the demand zones and supply zones. There is one more supply demand zone price action theory. And what I observed most of the times, lower time frames you may find a zones. If I go to 15 minutes, you can find a zone. See here, This is the zone. Now I adjusted as per our supply demand zone theory. And as per that another supply demand zone price action theory, whatever we have drawn, this zone, such kind of zones are also working many times, I have observed. And that concept and our concept I mixed, and I expected this zone will work. Definitely it will work. Just for testing purpose, I have observed this stock. I was just evaluating that theory. See, today it worked nicely, and then came excellent return on 15 minutes time frame. It reached the target. See, we have a rally, base, and again a rally. It's a huge return. It's a very huge return from 235 to 240.75 paisa. So I can say around 6 rupees profit it has given. But otherwise it is not a trade as per our high liquidity zones. I just want to tell you there is one more supply demand zone price action theory is available. The rules and the regulations are different in that particular theory. Not based on institutional buying and selling zones. Okay, this is about, and the last one is we have maintained in our watch list, that is Zendal Steel. Though it is not from yesterday's, but we are maintained in our watch list. The reason is this stock is moving between high liquidity demand zone and supply zone. So today also we didn't get any entry in this, but we'll keep this in our watch list until one of these high liquidity zones are broken. Now let's go to our demand and supply zone and generate. Let us start with generating demand and supply zones for daily time frame. Entry time frame is daily. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks which are near to the daily demand zone. So these 4 stocks are filtered, and we didn't find, we have one high liquidity zone, IPCA Labs, which is a fresh zone, no rejections. It is having zone achievement, violated opposing zone. And HTF trend is up, and ITF trend is sideways, and daily trend is also sideways. Odd enhancer score is 10 out of 15. Risk is 1.81, reward is 2. That means 1:1 risk, but anyway, we don't take trade on the daily time frame. We will fine tune to 75 minutes, again 75 minutes to 15 minutes or 5 minutes to reduce the risk. So we have only one high liquidity zone, demand zone. Let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks which are near to high liquidity supply zones. We have Dalmia Bharat, already tested 3 times. I remember previously also we got an entry in this stock. And we have one more high liquidity zone, State Bank of India, which is already tested 2 times. So you need to look for fresh zones. Wipro is also there. Previously once we identified Wipro, if I am not wrong, but I don't know, maybe that day we didn't get the entry, but maybe later it might have given. It is already tested once. All 3 are high liquidity zones. Because all these zones are tested, you should look for a fresh 75-minute zone or a deep entry you have to look for. So let's go back. For entry time frame daily, let us find the stocks where price closed inside daily demand zone. So total 12 stocks are closed inside daily demand zone. Let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks where price closed inside daily supply zone. This is the filtered list. Let me scroll down. So total 52 stocks are inside daily supply zone. So let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the tested daily demand zones. So two stocks are filtered. That means two daily demand zones are tested. Let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the tested daily supply zones. So total 22 supply zones are tested today. Let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks having newly created demand zones. These 19 stocks are having newly created daily demand zones. So let's go back. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks having newly created daily supply zones. These seven stocks are having newly created daily supply zones. So this is about stocks filtered based on the daily report, but we will generate demand and supply zones for all the stocks in the daily time frame for our reference purpose. So entry time frame is daily. I am generating the demand and supply zones. So first 17 in this list are indices. So you can observe these indices. So I will keep on scrolling down this list. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. So this is the complete list, and this is about the daily time frame. Now let us generate demand and supply zones, stocks near demand and supply zones for all the time frames starting from yearly. So I'm generating stocks near demand and supply zones for yearly time frame. Entry time frame is yearly. Let us find the stocks near yearly demand zone. No stocks are there. Entry time frame yearly. Let us find the stocks near yearly supply zone. No stocks are filtered. Now let us generate stocks near demand and supply zones for half yearly time frame. Entry time frame is half yearly. Let us find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. So only one stock is identified. Let's go back. Entry time frame is half yearly. Let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. So one stock is filtered near half yearly supply zone. Let's go back. Now let us generate demand and supply zones near demand and supply zones for quarterly time frame. Entry time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. So two stocks are filtered which are near to the quarterly demand zone. Let's go back. Entry time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. No stocks are filtered. Let's go back. Now let us generate stocks near monthly zone. Entry time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. Only one stock is identified. Let's go back. Entry time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. No stocks are near monthly supply zone. Let's go back. Let us generate for weekly time frame. Entry time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. Only one stock is near weekly demand zone, but it is already pierced. Let's go back. Entry time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. So 4 stocks are filtered which are near to the weekly supply zone. So let's go back. Daily time frame we already generated. So let us select 125 minutes time frame. Entry time frame is 125 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. So 5 stocks are filtered. Let's go back. Entry time frame is 125 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. So 3 stocks are filtered. Let's go back. Now let us generate the reports for 75 minutes time frame. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. So this is the filtered list. 7 stocks are filtered. Are there any high liquidity demand zones here? So we did not find any high liquidity demand zones for 75 minutes time frame. So let's go back. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minute supply zone. So 4 stocks are filtered. Bajaj Auto is a high liquidity 75 minute zone, not tested. And Marico is a high liquidity supply zone, is already tested 6 times. That means you should look for either a fresh zone or a deep entry. So we have 2 high liquidity supply zones. Now let's go back. Entry time frame is 25 minutes. For entry time frame is 25 minutes. 25 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. These 3 stocks are filtered. Let's go back. Entry time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minute supply zone. So these 7 stocks are filtered. Let's go back. Now let us generate for 15 minutes. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. So 7 stocks are filtered near 15 minutes demand zone. Let's go back. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minute supply zone. So these 2 stocks are filtered. Their price near 15 minute supply zone. So let's go back. Now let us generate for 5 minutes. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. So total 8 stocks are near to the 5 minutes demand zone. Let's go back. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minute supply zone. So 10 stocks are filtered and these 10 stocks are near 5 minute supply zone. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones for all the time frames. I wish this information will be useful to you. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.